Yeah, thanks Morgan. Thanks Rob for inviting me today. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you guys. Like Morgan said, my name's Kevin Martz. I'm a senior biology major, chemistry minor, originally from Salem, Oregon, South Salem High School, just down the road. So I want to talk to you guys today about kind of how being a college athlete has influenced my life and how it's improved my experience at Willamette in particular. So a lot like Morgan, I was kind of the type who wanted to do everything when I was growing up. I'm sure my mom can attest to that. She's in the back. I did all the sports growing up, and I was always committed and wanted to do all the music and play every instrument and do every sport, and ended up doing basketball and track and football all the way through high school. And then I came to Willamette, and I knew I wanted to be a very academic person, and I had high career aspirations. And I knew that being a pretty slow receiver on a football team probably wasn't my career. I was not making it to the NFL, so I had to find somewhere where I could do what I loved, which was football, but also get a great education and really improve my life after college. So being at Willamette, I think, has really done that. And now that I'm about to graduate, I think that my experience has really benefited me in that way. So one of the things I want to talk about in particular is how athletics at Willamette really supports the academics at Willamette. So I think athletics in general is a microcosm for life, in that it teaches you so many life lessons that can be applied to other aspects of your life. So I'm going to use football as an example because that's what I'm most familiar with. But the way I think about football is that you have one game on Saturday and you spend all week preparing for that. You do these probably 15 hours a week during the week of film, of practice, things that aren't necessarily rewarding for you in that moment. But that preparation helps you on Saturdays when you know exactly what the other guy's going to be doing. The plays you're going to be running. You understand the game plan, and you're ready to go on Saturdays. And that was one thing that I was able to apply to my academics here at Willamette as well. So whether it's a midterm on Friday in my biochem class that I have to be prepared for, and that's going to take all week of studying for, or it's a game on Saturday, those skills are really applicable to a lot of different life lessons. So in the future, I'm going to be able to use those lessons I learned as a student athlete at Willamette to really improve my career. And I'm really, really grateful to have that experience, both as an athlete and as a student at Willamette. Also, I think it's really important to note that through athletics, I've been able to learn a lot of lessons that deal with adversity and deal with how to persevere through tough times. And I think that also is applicable to my academics here at Willamette. And I think those two things reinforce themselves in ways that you won't be able to get just by being a student. And particularly at Willamette, as a D3 student, obviously, we're not given breaks to be an athlete. We're not given extensions on papers because we have a game. We're not going to be given leeway on a test because we had a game the night before. You're expected to do the same amount as everybody else, regardless of the things that you're involved in. And I've been really fortunate to have that in my life. In that when you go through tough times on the football field, when you lose that big game, when you miss that catch that was crucial for the first down and the third long, those things are difficult. And I think it's really important to have those life lessons both on the football field and saying, okay, yes, I didn't catch that ball on 3rd and 10, and now we have to punt. That sucks. And that's necessarily on me, but how am I going to respond? How am I going to, the next drive, going to come back and make a play that's going to help my team? Just like if I get to my first midterm in my chemistry class and I don't do as well as I want, how am I going to change what I'm doing in the future and not quit, but how am I going to change and work harder so that the next midterm I can really improve and get the grade that I want? And I think all these things just add on to each other. And we talk about why we play, and I think being a student athlete, and particularly a high academic institution like Willamette, we have the ability here to really prepare ourselves for the next step in our lives. At Willamette, we're expected to do so much, and I think a lot of people do so much, but I think that's only going to help us. I want to go to medical school. That's not an easy road. It's not something that's going to be instantly gratifying for me. I'm going to be taking on a lot of debt, hopefully. The best case scenario is I'm $200,000 in debt in the next 5 years. That sucks. But at the end of the day, that's what I want to do. Just like at Willamette, I'm not getting a full ride scholarship to play football. I'm not given preferential treatment to play football. But those things, I still love football, and I love going out there and making those relationships on the football team and competing, and I love that, even though Monday practices are terrible when we're running gassers at 8 o'clock at night, and I know I have a paper to write that's due Tuesday. those things maybe in that moment say, this really sucks, but at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it, and it's going to benefit my grade to get the good grade on the paper, and it's going to benefit me when we try to get a W on Saturday. So I think I'm very grateful to have come to a place like Willamette and be able to do all those things, and I feel very indebted to this place to have prepared me so well for my next steps in life. And I think being a D3 athlete, kind of like Rob touched on, is a very unique experience that prepares you so well to be, contributing to society in the future. So thank you for letting me be here. Thanks.